Well, guys, if you have any interest at all in filmmaking, and I think a lot of you do, you probably know that making an independent feature is not necessarily the easiest task. I am joined today by two siblings who have not only succeeded and remained on speaking terms, but have also managed to produce an award-winning feature. I am joined by Shira Piven and Jeremy Piven, executive producer on the film Fully Loaded and director and writer of the film, co-writer of the film. And I welcome you to our cozy couch. Thanks for snuggling up on that tiny couch.
Thank you. Thank you for having us.
Might even be a love seat. Yeah, it might even be a love seat. So let's jump right in and talk about the film.
We mounted it at the UCB for the first, when we put it up as a play, which was maybe 6 years ago. Paula Killen, it's a very weird connection too with you, because Paula Killen I met through Jeremy, I would say maybe 20 years ago, maybe in Chicago, and she was doing, they were both doing some weird performance arty thing at the Live Bait Theater in Chicago, and Jeremy was raving about Paula, and you said she's awesome, and I sort of became like a follower of hers in Chicago, and I was directing theater there, and she was doing her own sort of performance art, like creating her own pieces and performing, and we talked about working together. We didn't see each other for years. We ran into each other in LA and said, let's do something together. We started writing it about 6 years ago, and finally it's being released by Stars on Tuesday. The coolest thing about the movie is that it's based not only on a real event, but it's based on a night out that Paula and Lisa, the two actresses, and co-writers along with me, they actually lived this event. We have a couple of community members that I would love to bring into the conversation, one of whom I think you already know. There's Eric Saiet. He's an alum of the theater workshop and theater that is...
The Piven Theatre.
I also want to welcome Aysha Wax, who is an actress and writer in Los Angeles. Aysha, always great to see you. Eric, would you want to speak to your experience doing the workshop?
Absolutely. I mean, it was probably and still is the most meaningful education experience of my life, not just in theater, not just, as a professional, I'm an actor now and a writer, and it's really played into every aspect of my life because it really taught you to, not only is it, I started when I was like 9 there, I think, at Shira, I don't, around then, right? Shira was like even younger, but she was my teacher, it was weird. Yeah, Shira was one of my first teachers, and their parents, Bern and Joyce, two of the most important people in my life. And I really learned there to, it's about community and it's about being in the moment.
I just want to second everything. I do things at the Upright Citizens Brigade in Los Angeles, and it's so wonderful to see how things can translate from stage to screen. What was that process like in terms of writing it and in terms of adapting it for the screen from doing it on stage?
It was hard. It was kind of great. I mean, the writing process was, in a way, the least, was the most harmonious part of the process. Like, I feel like doing the stage play was kind of fun and easy, which for me, it was an unusual experience for me, because usually for me doing a play was like giving birth. It was like a whole huge, I would
done
develop
a tremendous amount of directing.
A lot of theater directing. And that was really where it came from.
Aren't you guys working on something, is there a Shakespeare production that you guys are going to be collaborating on together?
Yes.
Is that a film? Is it a part of the theater? Am I wrong about all of this?
Shira's beautiful children, Pearl, who's 7, and Lily Rose, who's 12, will be playing my daughters, and I'm going to be playing King Lear. And we're performing Sunday.
It's a scene. It's just a scene for it's a benefit for the LA Drama Club, which is this amazing, like the youngest Shakespearean troupe in the country. And it's a really, and they work improvisationally, and they do political theater, and they have these little tykes running around doing Shakespeare. It's amazing. And my daughter Lily,
wasn't she in the video with Will? Wasn't she in Landlord? Oh, no, that's Pearl.
That's Pearl.
Pearl's in the Landlord.
Was the baby in the Landlord.
Yeah.
It's only had 85 million hits. Not doing well.
Just 85 mil. It'll get there.
Well, Pearl,
it'll catch on.
But I'm trying to keep them out, honestly. Hopefully they're not watching, because then they'll rebel and do the opposite. But I'm trying to keep them out of the theater and out of performing, secretly. But, they'll do what they want to do. But
Pearl did look at me in rehearsal the other day, and she goes, "Do you think this is fun for me?" And I said, "Well, you know what, Pearl? How about?" And I go, "Think about it this way: this is going to be a little rough, but the harder we work, the more fun it'll be when we do it." And she looked at me as if I had just was speaking in tongues and started barking, rolled her eyes and walked away.
But here's the thing.
That was it. She shut it down. And then she goes, this, whatever this is on your face, it's awkward. And then she walked away. She felt that this was awkward.